Once upon a time, this country was sweet. People could align freely on the street. Whether it was north or south, you could always walk without the fear of molestation and intimidation. We had no money, but used to live right. People used to be just poor and polite. It didn't matter what. We were always taught you have to honor your mother and father and then love thy neighbor. Now honor and respect gone through the door. Living in a state of undeclared war. Youths are kid like they insane. Parents want to abstain. Shouting out, don't call me name. I ain't taking no kind of blame. Something happened along the way now. Honesty was simply thrown overboard. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. Something happened along the way. Morality we can no longer afford. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. What's going on in my country, Lord? Tell me what is wrong, I want to know. Hijackers, kidnappers, multiple murderers. Trinidad and Tobago long ago was never, never so. People used to go in to sleep anytime with the window open, no worries about crime. Because the burglarizers, the peeping toms and the mischief makers were all behind bars. Now the murder rate gone up high and telling lie. Like the crime wouldn't stop, don't care how we try. The realization is that the laws of the nation is in chaos and total breakdown. Rationality is no longer the norm. Might well be we need more social reform. Calypsonians do find in themselves in incessant sexual act, but allegations can't be used as fact. So not me, I ain't touching that. Something happened along the way. Self-respect seems to have little value. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. Something happened along the way when intellect cannot resolve an issue. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. What is going on in my country, Lord? Tell me what is wrong, I want to know. Disrespect, contempt, decent people cannot cope. Even the judiciary losing hope in the battle against the crime and dope. This is we could make the case here was paradise. No other place on earth was so nice.
Hello and welcome to Calypso Showcase. Dr. Sparrow, Slinger Francisco singing This Is Madness, and one would almost wonder at the appropriateness of the words now compared to when he sang it back in February in Dimanche Gras. Well, what we want to do tonight is pay tribute to a man who celebrates his 60th birthday this year, as well as his 40th year in the Calypso business.
We could make the case, here was paradise. No other place.
The Mighty Sparrow was born Slinger Francisco on July the 9th, 1935. He was born in Grenada and migrated to Trinidad at the tender age of 3. He attended both Mukarapo Boys School and Nelson Street Boys School, where he got his early education. His career started in 1955 when he sang a number of unknown calypsos, among them this one, The High Cost of Living.
The high cost of living, higher than a mountain. People like me and you so just had to stand up and watch the goods at high-low.
The following year, 1956, is regarded by most people as the official start of his career, as he burst into the Calypso world to win both the Calypso King title and the road march with the popular Gene and Dinah, which incidentally started out as a commercial for the company Salvatore Scott and Company Limited.
Gene and Dinah, Rosita and Clementina came to me one morning after they complete their shopping. They tell me, honey, I never had more luxury, more than when I stopped and went in at Salvatore to shop.
Well, the girls in town feeling bad. No more Yankees in Trinidad. They go close down the base for good. Them girls have to make out how they could. Brother is now they park up in town. In for a penny and in for a pound. Believe me, it's competition. So, trouble in the town with the price drop low. So when you bounce up Gene and Dinah, Rosita and why got the corner and posing. That's what I do, something they're selling. You catch them broke, you can get them. The Yankees gone.
2 years later, in 1958, he won his second Road March title with the tune Pay As You Earn. And by 1960, he had already earned the title as Calypso King of the World. Unofficially, that is. He confirmed this by copying the Calypso King title for the second time with an unbeatable combination, the Immortal Meme and 10 to 1 is Murder. Meme was also the road march, his third to date.
This is a true story, ladies and gentlemen. Hit it! Hit it! Yup. Hey, 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 hey. Playing bad, I'm feeling sad. When they're playing peace, why they run for police, stand criminal attack me outside the drama. Way down Henry Street by Asia Walker. About 10 in the night on the 5th of October. Say how I push the girl from Medina. How the kid of the gang was a hot like a pepper. And every man in the gang had a white hand to raise. Well, I back on the line and fall and we got that. But just imagine the position of the police in the area. Take it! Making love one day with a girl they calling Meme. Making love one day with a sweet little girl named Meme. I pick up Meme by the railway and we take a taxi straight to Claxton Bay. Before we lay them on the carpet, she start catching fits where she bawling. Darling, don't fight me, don't leave me. I never had a man to ever do that to me. You're making me feel so sweet, stop, stop.
In 1961, he won his fourth road march title with the tune Royal Jail.
I don't tell my friends and my family not to worry. Any one of them interfere with me, take it easy. Don't worry, do beg the jury, save the lawyer fee. If you have any mail, I live in Royal Jail.
And took the monarch title for the third time in 1962 with Sparrow Come Back Home and what is considered by many as one of his greatest tunes ever, Federation.
Sorry, but no federation again. I think it's a big shame. After so much effort and energy put by everybody, right now is only a memory. We failed miserably. Some may say we shouldn't help part it, but it's Jamaica we started. If they know they didn't want federation, and they know they didn't want to unite as one. Tell me, doctor, don't behave like a plastic traitor. How the devil you mean you are federated? No.
1963. This was the year of the first ever panorama, and Sparrow has earned the distinction of having a steel band win the first ever panorama playing a tune that he sung. The tune was Dan is the Man in the Van, as played by the Pan Am North Stars in 1963. Sparrow won the crown also for the second consecutive year and for the fourth time in his career.
Well, according to the education you get when you're small, you will grow up with true ambition and respect from one another. But in my days in school, they teach me like a fool. The things they teach me I should be a block-headed mule. They tell me pussy has finished his work long ago, and now we resting and think. Solomon a gun me, born on a Monday, the ass in the lion's skin. Winking, blinking and nodding, sail off in a wooden spoon. Only puppy knows he tail and the alligator fighting to get monkey name and soup. And God is the man in the van. Now imagine, as a little child, that's what they practice you with. You want to build on that?
In 1966, Sparrow and Kitchener did not participate in the Calypso King competition, but they were involved in a very close race for the road march. Kitch's selection was My Brother, Your Sister, but ultimately, Sparrow emerged victorious with Obia Wedding, which most of us term as Melda. It registered his fifth road march.
Melda, oh, you making wedding plans, carrying me into Obia, man. All you do, can't get you. I'm still there for my razor. You're making yourself a papi show, Melda. You making yourself a bloody clown. Up and down the country looking for Obia, and your perspirations left so strong. Well, you only wasting your time. Obia wedding bells don't shine, cause your friends are with the romance. Oi! Melda, oh, wedding plan, carrying me into Obia, man. All you do, can't get through. I still ain't gonna marry you.
3 years later, in 1969, Sparrow won yet another road march, his sixth this time. This time around, it was one of his tuneful selections from the album, which included tunes like Lizard and Pussycat. And the road march for that year, the tune Sasai.
A pretty African girl, she come for the carnival. She want to play with George Bailey, but she ain't have no Elijah at all. And then she a go pay for she, but she gonna spend the night with me. She gonna tell me about how we began. If you hear how this madly can go. Me say who got you win. Leve, who fell apart la macosa. Let me say, quand every day man if you not trouver your bagaille comme ça, ça y est. Bon Dieu, les chiens vous got you win.
During the 4-year period from 1968 to 1971, Calypsonian Duke beat all comers to create a historic 4 consecutive victories in the Calypso King competition. In 1972, Duke threw down the challenge to Sparrow to enter the competition. Kitch was also carded to participate, but he withdrew at the last moment because of differences with the Carnival Development Committee. And Sparrow went on to dethrone Duke with 2 up-tempo numbers, Rope and Drunk and Disorderly. This gave Sparrow his 6th Monarch title, as well as his 7th road match to date with the tune Drunk and Disorderly.
Drunk and disorderly, always in custody, my friends and my family. All man fed up with me for a drunk and disorderly. Every weekend in the jail, drunk and disorderly. Nobody to stand a payload. Baba, baba, ba-da-da. Oh, ba-da-da. Drink and drunk, that is my name. Always make me family shake, like Mary Ann on day on night. Staggering high like a kite. It's Christmas, every day is Christmas. I could drink me rum, trust, till my belly bust. Until I get drunk and drunk. Always in custody, friends and the family. All man that I will take, drunk and drunk. Every weekend in jail, drunk and drunk. Nobody to stand the bill, oh Lord.
In 1973, Sparrow successfully defended his crown, singing School Days and Same Time, Same Place. But the following year, he faced one of the biggest challenges of his career as Shadow burst on the scene with the tune Bassman and I Come Out to Play. Sparrow pulled out all stops in the final to earn a hat-trick of victories, singing We Passed That Stage and Miss Mary.
Yeah! Do it! Mass, this year gonna be great. Cause I want to play, I can hardly wait. Dress up like a Baptist woman with a whole shoebox in the hand. Charging money to see such confusion in the band. To see Miss Mary, she big and hairy. To see she mother, to see she father. For carnival this year, I have Miss Mary. Miss Mary Wayne. So come and see she. Just let me tell you no, cause I ain't want no fight, I ain't want no row. When you jump in carnival day, if you happen to pass my way, don't believe I show you you free, you gon' have to pay. To see Miss Mary, she big and hairy. To see she mother, to see she brother. For carnival this year, I have Miss Mary Wayne. So come and see she.
Sparrow did not defend his crown in 1974. And in fact stayed out of competition for many years to come. He continued to record a variety of calypsos on every possible topic one could think of, until in 1984, when a lot of people began to write him off, Sparrow produced the tune Do Back Back, and it's history that became his 8th road march, as well as one of the more popular tunes for Panorama that year.
The fat was crowded and she was tight. While I was grounded, she high and flight. Whitonian steel band blazing a jam. She turn, she bam bam. We come and bam. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Go back, back on me. Go back, back. Go back, back on me. Go back, back. Dancing with your man, you only jumping down the pan. Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, yeah, don't do that. Go back, back on me, go back, back. Go back, back on me, go back, back. You look so pretty, really sexy. Boom boom look so healthy, jamming on me purposely, darling. Don't do that to me. Hey, 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 hey. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, yo, yo. Mama, yo, yo. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, 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 oh. If she was serious, I would complain. But it's mischievousness in she brain, deliberately blowing their mind. The more one she, the more she. Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, girl, don't do that. No back, back on me, no back, back. No back, back on me, no back, back. Dancing with you, man, you only jumping down the pan with your bam bam. Don't do that. Don't do that, don't do that, girl, don't do that. No back, back on me, no back, back. No back, back on me, no back, back. You look so pretty, really sexy. Boom, boom, look so healthy, jamming on me purposely, darling. Don't do that to me. Oh, yeah, get it.
A high point in Sparrow's career was in 1985 when the first ever King of Kings competition, inviting Calypsonians throughout the Caribbean region to participate in the competition. It did attract the best in the Caribbean, and Sparrow was officially crowned the Calypso King of the World at last, an accolade which we always knew that he deserved. The 4 tunes he sang in that competition were the immortal Meme, a new tune, The King, Soca Pressure, and the classic Slave.
They used to say I had the old man done. Blue boy and then boy had me on the run. But they realized they made a big mistake. I was only giving them young fellas a break. But they brag and boast all in America. How to win a road march, they have the formula. They say, but old, you just can't make it in. Until I can step back in, back and then kill them in the all the never see me win. Soca pressure, soca pressure. Oh, the jams with music in the band. Soca pressure, where you say? Soca pressure. 1985, who survived, survived. Long as and I for it. Music night and day, jamming all the way. Soca pressure for the carnival. Ooh, ay, 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 ay. I'm a slave from a land so far. I was caught and I was brought here from Africa. I'm a slave from a land so far. I was caught and I was brought here from Africa. And well, it was licks like fire from the white slave master. Every day I dawn on my knees. Weeks and weeks before we cross the seas to reach in the West Indies. And then they make me work. I said I work. Good Lord, no pay. And then I toil and I toil so hard each day. I'm dying. I'm crying, Lord.
The Calypso King of the World competition was repeated in 1988, and Sparrow defended successfully. On this occasion, singers were required to offer a new tune on pan, a humorous composition, a party tune, and a social commentary tune. Sparrow's 4 selections fitted each category like a glove. He sang Document Pan, Lying Excuses, Shake, and another of his classics, Education.
Steel band man, historian, Mr. Politician, tell me when you're going to write the history upon you taking steel band for granted, stating it always will be a wrong. But when and how it all started, you make no mention, documentation can be found. I said to try the NCC or the university and tell me if you see any steel band history for posterity. If the steel band must know, the children must know the trials and tribulations of long ago. If the steel band must know, the children must know the trials and tribulations of long ago. Maggie darling, sugar dumpling, don't get so mad. Please let me explain. Do darling, sugar dumpling, don't get so mad. Please let me explain. If you see me with some woman, I don't want you to misunderstand. Whatever you might see me do, know my love is true. I'm not being unfaithful to you. The woman you catch me with in the bed really didn't have no place to rest her head. Business closed down, she lost, she walked. Disappointed, suffering from shock. Only take she home so to relax and here she are. Oh. I'm exhausted, she said to me. Sparrow, I'm so tired and so sleepy. Casually she sat on the bed and asked me to massage her leg. That's all, that is all, that is all, oh Lord. Darling, that is all. Education, education, this is the foundation. Our rising population needs sound education to be recognized anywhere you go. You gotta have your certificate to show, to enjoy any kind of happiness. Knowledge is the key to success. Children go to school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you're gonna catch red hell. Without an education in your head, your whole life will be pure misery. You're better off dead. For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated little boy or girl. Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To earn tomorrow, you got to learn today. Carnival is color, carnival is jump. Carnival is when pretty woman protect their man. And them Yankee girls from New York with their fancy dog. Trinidadian man just want to spend just a friend with them. You hear them say, shake, shake, shake for carnival. If you hear them shake, shake, shake for carnival. We come out to party, we come out to bail. We don't want nobody telling we how to shake it here. And wait a minute, shake, shake, shake for carnival. Let me hear you. Shake, shake, shake for carnival. Give me the music. I go jam, I go jam, I go jam, I go jam and shake up my bam bam. I go shake, I go shake, I go shake, 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 shake.
In 1992, Sparrow was again able to demonstrate his resourcefulness as he returned to the competition arena to win his 8th Monarch title with the 2 tunes, Survival and Both of Them.
From the beginning of time, reaching out to the sublime in a cold and hostile world. We have struggled to exist in this earthly wilderness, seeking an elusive goal. Many times it seemed that we are fighting a hopeless cause, implying extinction is our lot. Because we were constantly ravaged by scourges and wars. We gripe, we quarrel and complain, but in the ending up, believe it or not, we will survive. No matter what the odds, man will survive. Inspired by our gods. It's a hard road we travel, but to triumph we shall. We're gonna toil, we're gonna struggle, cause at the end of it all, whether you're big or small, Peter helping Paul, till the master call, we fight for survival.
I'm in love with Betty Lou. She sister Mary says she loves me. Both of them, both of them, it's both of them, the both of them. I tell her she things don't work out so. She said the next is time on. Both of them, both of them, both of them, the both of them. Just because I like them scandal, they hire your partner today. Kitchen, I like all them bad. So I called Kitty on the phone one day. This is what the old man said. Do it, do it, do it. Oh, come, buddy. Give she what she want. Give she what she want. Give she what she want. Man, come on. Both of them. Both of them. Both of them. Both of them.
Finally, as we look at 1995, Sparrow is still in competition. This year he offered us 2 beautiful selections, Democracy in Haiti and This Is Madness. This Is Madness can also almost be used as a theme for what's happening in the country today. And I think that the tune Democracy in Haiti shows his ability to look at world affairs and put it together in song.
Pretty Sherry, come along with me. Life will be happy, it will be ecstasy. Expectancy, young and happy. One-man politics no longer exists. No more terrorists, no more monkey business. Great expectancy, young and happy. It's democracy now in my country. Join the jamboree. We go jam, yes indeed. Say trust and concede. It is all agreed. Now it's Aristide who's gonna lead. Now it's not as before. We have teeth in the law. Tun Tun Makut runway. There's no more attaché. President Clinton set us free, and the feeling is so great, baby, let's celebrate democracy in Haiti. Chante, liberté, liberté, liberté. Raoul said, Rascouille. So raise every voice and start the rejoicing for democracy in Haiti. Chante, liberté, liberté, liberté. Democracy in Haiti. Toussaint Louverture will be glad, I'm sure, to know democracy and civility has finally reached to Haiti. Emperor Saluk, a smart man in my book, with Jeffrey and Richer, Salnav and Sarge, must be quite happy now for Haiti. But Tancred and Theodore, Boris and Zamor, Philbon, Gully and Sam, man they plundered the land. In 1915, the Americans came in, establishing their own puppet regime. But now it's not as before. Self-respect will restore. We have no fear of rap. We go bust them a slap for the advantage they take on we. From the home of the brave, the Lord sent to save democracy in Haiti. Chante, liberté for Aristide, liberté, liberté, people busy in the glee. Samnan and Carter, believe me, they make them do the things for Haiti. Oh, God, liberté for Aristide, liberté, liberté. For democracy in Haiti.
Let me take the opportunity of welcoming the Mighty Sparrow to Calypso Showcase and congratulating you on your 60th birthday, which is coming up, and 40 years in the Calypso business. Any regrets?
No, man, no. It's like anything else, you know. You have a little sunshine, a little rain, a little sleet, a little snow, But all in all, the weather has been good.
But you look well. Amazing. How do you do it? Tell me something about the show on Saturday night. What can our patrons expect? We know you have so many tunes. In fact, I was looking at a book in 1963, and when one considers you only singing Calypso for 7 years, that book had 120 Calypsos in it already. So how do you choose a repertoire from your wide range?
Well, it all depends. The audience usually help you with the repertoire, because everybody like to request different things. And with me, I remember most of them. And if I get the request early, it helps me.
It helps you?
Yeah.
So you go with the flow?
Oh, yeah, of course.
We're going to close with a little special tune, a vintage piece of material, the Mighty Sparrow singing one of his favorite numbers. It's not a Calypso, with Charmaine Ford, My Way.
The end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, let me say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more. Much more than this, I did it my way.
Regrets, I have few.
Tell me all about it, girl.
And then again, too few to mention.
Still want to hear.
I did what I had to do.
All right.
And I saw it through without exemption. And just to think I did all that, and may I add, oh, not in a shy way. Oh,
to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows
I took the blows and did it my way.
I've loved, I've laughed, I've cried.
I know you did, babe.
I had my fill, I even had my share of music. Now, and now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not the sparrow.
Oh, he
I did it my
way.
For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not.
Oh, he has not.
To say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. Check it out, the record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Thank you, darling.